Hey guys, how's it going? Donald here. Hope you guys are having a great day in general. I don't know if you guys have seen my last live stream, but I'm very always saying hope you're having a good day, night, wherever you are. I'm gonna try doing it a little bit different by saying just generally saying hope you're having a great day. So for this live stream, and this is actually one that's gonna be a bit more, even more personal, I think, than even the last one. Here we go, getting deeper. that I really want to encourage discussion, honestly, on this too, because I think this will pertain to all of us. And what I wanted to discuss on this live stream, hey Michael, how you doing? Is that, and I've discussed it before. I've written a blog entry about it. I may have done a live stream once or twice a bit ago on the same topic, but I did want to do a refresher. Without even reading my blog entry, I do want to discuss this again because sometimes I feel like when I discuss it, rather than just typing it, if I'm talking about it out to a camera, there's actually some more details that may come out that I don't initially perceive through a keyboard. May sound a little bit wooey there, but yeah. Hi, how you guys doing? Welcome. So what I wanted to talk about on this live stream is what would I say in regards to asking myself, what would I say to my teenage self? And for everyone, it's different. And of course, what I would encourage anyone who's viewing this or who's viewing this later, what would you say to your teenage self or your childhood self? I think that a lot of us are quite different from where we came from as a child in regards to progress, in regards to transformation, in regards to stepping out of our comfort zones. I remember as a kid, for myself at least, I was very quiet. I was very shy. I usually was not a person to speak up. I was not a person who liked to express my own voice. If anything, I kept it to, typing on a keyboard in regards to expressing my voice rather than vocally like I am now. I know as a kid being diagnosed with high functioning autism, depression, anxiety, and I remember getting special tests done to test my intelligence, and I just remember a lot of evaluations. Pretty robotic, almost in a sense. It wasn't really personal. It was kind of cold. But if I was to say anything to my teenage self, and again, I encourage you guys as well too. If you guys have anything you want to tell your teenage selves too, again, I feel free to comment as well, because here I'm trying to be as transparent and as honest as I can. Also, while holding up a camera with my arm, I'm going to be completely honest. It gets kind of tough at times, but either way, what I want to tell my teenage self, remembering my teenage self who was depressed, who did at times get angry, but it was also in a way to hide from myself. I remember there were many moments actually in middle school where someone would point out something about me or just point out maybe a flaw or something something that triggered me. And I remember going into quite a bit of, not rage, it was more like a fake rage where I was just cussing at them, I was insulting them. And yeah, I used quite colorful language, very repetitive colorful language, let me add. But I don't know why. And when I think back on the times I did that to people, I'm like, who was I then? I think that was more like projection, more of a defense mechanism. When I was younger and in childhood, I didn't really know who I was. I really didn't. I mean, I knew that I liked to help people. I knew I was creative. I liked telling stories. I would actually type on my Windows Vista computer some stories. I'd type it in Microsoft Word. And I would never finish the stories. I'll be honest on that too. But so there were little segments of me here and there. There were segments of me here and there when I was in childhood that are still a part of me today. There are definitely things I would say that have evolved from childhood for me. I mean, definitely how I handle my anger and how I handle my upsets is a lot different from childhood. But if I was to, if I was to talk with my teenage self, I would also tell him that the pain, the depression, the anxiety, the emotions you're feeling right now, I would tell him they are valid, that they matter, that they are not just because of they're not just because of a description in a diagnostic manual. And don't get me wrong, I'm not against that. I'm not against medication. I'm not against getting treatment for that. But I think many times what happens, including with myself as a child, is that I embodied those. I read the descriptions of what autism was, of what anxiety was, of what depression was, and I kind of wore them as a part of my identity. The things, the actions, the things I did in my life, I perceived them through the filter, through the lens of depression, anxiety, autism. Like, oh, I do this because I have autism. Oh, I do this because of I have depression. But now I would want to tell my teenage self, no, you did those things not necessarily because of that. You did those things because you were trying to make sense of your world. You're trying to find meaning in a world that you had trouble finding meaning in. And when you got diagnosed, I'm talking to my teenage self, when you got diagnosed, you found out the answers to all your questions. Why you felt upset, why you felt there was no meaning in your life. Someone told you. It's because you have these medical issues. And that's where I embraced that as part of my life, as part of the meaning of my life. I was excited when I got those diagnoses. I remember that because it gave me the answers to what I was feeling. And it told me this is why. But ultimately, I would say now, being 26 years old, like almost 10, 12 years later, that I've ultimately found a different meaning out of those diagnoses. I found the meaning of having these diagnoses and having this trouble in high school, middle school, as just what has led me to my mission today to transcend labels. I also tell my teenage self that what you're feeling is temporary, that there are many great things that are ahead of you. It's not always going to be a fun ride. There's going to be many ups and downs, just like a roller coaster. And it's all part of the growth, though. It's okay that you're going to have some ups and downs, and you're going to experience things that are just going to open your eyes, that are going to make you see that you are so much more, that you have so much more to give, and that you have a voice worth speaking, and that you are here for a reason greater than you believe right now as a teenager. When as a teenager, you're a lot of us are taught the same classes, are put in the same classes, same teachers, and it lacks much individuality. And now and I will say to my teenage self, wait, you're gonna graduate high school, you're gonna go to community college. Yeah, you're not gonna find as much meaning there, but you're gonna find a lot of meaning in. You're gonna attend events that personally develop you, that are gonna help further open up what's already been there inside of you for so long, and you're gonna have very high highs and very low lows. It's all part of the journey, and you're gonna want to help change the world. You're going to want to make an impact on people. You're going to love seeing the impact that you have on individuals. And I don't say that in a cocky way. You're going to make an impact, though. I mean, I believe that. I believe that in you. I'm actually visualizing my teenage self right now, right next to me, beside my bed. Just visualizing, imagining, being creative here, and see my younger self with the chain necklace he used to wear. Not this one. He used to wear almost like an Italian style chain necklace, because that Donald, he loved the movie Scarface, and he saw the antagonist or anti-hero Tony Montana wear it. He would usually watch some movies, the mobster movies, where they would swear and cuss all the time, and he'd embody that and use that in his regular vocabulary because he thought it was fun, because he resonated with those characters for some reason. But that's the power of influence. That you have a sense of belonging with whatever's around you. Anyways, I think I've said quite a bit there, but I would tell my teenage self it's going to be good. It's going to be okay, and that there's going to be so much more coming your way. And for one thing, you're going to lose 80 friggin' pounds at one point, which is exciting because you'll go through a time in high school and college where you're going to be overweight for quite a while, and you're not going to be happy about it. You're not going to like how you look in the mirror. You're going to be very picky about how you smile because it would show the double chin. And yeah. But anyways, I want to ask you guys, I'm going to end this live stream pretty much in a moment, but I want to ask you guys, if you're willing, again, I am all about trying to promote honesty, transparency, and promote a humanity on my live streams, on my Facebook, because we're all so much more alike. And if any of you can relate to the things that I just told my young self, I mean, not literally, but that I'm imagining that I would tell to my younger self, I mean, let me know. I mean, feel free to comment or share something. Share in your experiences in the comments what you'd want to tell your younger self. I think you'll see how far you've come. I think you'll you'll start to feel proud of how far you've come. And you'll start to see that even if you don't feel right now you've gone anywhere, that you've gone quite a bit of ways. So, again, if you guys are watching on replay, comments below #replay, so I know you watched. I appreciate the love and support. And, again, asking you that question, what would you tell your younger self? What would you wish you could tell him, if not being in regret mode, but what would you wish you could tell them right now if you had the opportunity? I look forward to hearing your responses. All right, as always, my name is Donald, also known as Nugget. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. I'm living to transcend labels. You guys have a great rest of your day. Take care. Bye.